How are you doing? Ever have one of those days where you're like, oh shit, I forgot to do something really, really important? Well, that's me. I remember that I was doing the live and everything, but I forgot that I needed to wash my brushes. So I just hastily cleaned off my brushes on my little microfiber cloth. I can't believe I forgot to wash them. Normally I'm really like anal about it and I either wash it the next morning or the night right after I finish. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I was very disappointed in myself when I came in here and I went, oh my god, all my brushes are dirty. But how are you doing? I'm obviously a little flustered. Hi Kaylee! Is this okay? Can you see okay? I can turn on my other light. Now I'm illuminated from above. There we go. I'm excited because I'm going to try and recreate that look that I did last Friday when we were hanging out. Thank you. Hi Erica. This is me, no makeup except for the Wonder Brow stuff that I love. The stuff that like puts my brows on for 3 days. AKA Lazy Girl's best friend for brows. I'm just putting on Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer right now so I can get my eyes primed and ready for what we're going to do. Yes, yes, you need to do my makeup. I would love for you to do my makeup, Kaylee. It would be awesome. Yes, Erica, the Wonder Brow is literally magic eyebrows. I didn't have to touch up my eyebrows all weekend, so basically I put it on like Thursday and didn't have to touch them up until I took it off. I think I did it on yesterday or Monday, one of the two. Hi, Krista. But basically, if you just redo it every 3 or 4 days, your brows will look good. Ugh, stupid pointy finger, pointy nails. Hi, Pam. Alright, so that was Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm going to put on, where are we at? Somewhere in here I have the Kat Von D eye primer. I'm going to put that on my lower lid. There we go. Just because I'm lazy and I don't feel like trying to futz with a brush under here. So I'm just kind of line under the lower lid. This is definitely a brightening eye primer. I like it a lot, but it creases on my lid because of my oily hooded eyes, which is annoying. So it works best in the lower lid for me. How you doing, Phaedra? Phaedra's all clean. The groomer came today and gave her a bath, so she's no longer stinky. Although she's also no longer covered in like the little dye she had on her ears. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here, say hi. She says, no, I'm going to nap over here. I'll move the phone so you can see her. She's like, see, I'm too cute. I'm right here on the floor. I don't need to move. Oh, I need to set this... What I've been doing lately for my skin tone based shade color has been using my Kat Von D powder foundation in Light 42. Thank you, Pam. I definitely think Phaedra's gorgeous. And I like using a really, really big brush like this, big and fluffy, to just kind of dab it on there and then go in circles to kind of cover all the primer to make sure that there's no wet spots. Which sounds so dirty, but really by doing this, it makes it so that you don't have any eyeshadow like stick to the wet spot and get clumpy and hard to blend. So it's really helpful. And I don't really remember where I first learned about this, but I wish I had known about it years ago. Because people would talk about using the base shade and I didn't really understand why it was such a helpful thing. And then when I tried it, I was like, oh, it makes it so much easier to blend. All right. So this is one of my pre-made palettes, and I'm gonna pop out this ColourPop color because I'm pretty certain I used this ColourPop shade last time. It's 143. It's like a sort of magenta purple. I feel like there's a good pink undertone to it. And I'm really going to attack my eye with that kind of in like a dome shape or like a halo shape. I tap off the brush, and then I'm mostly going to concentrate it on the inner and outer lid and kind of not worry too much about the center of the lid because I'm going to put another color on top of it. So like I'll blend a little bit there, but I'm not going to try to pack it on, so to say. You're absolutely right, Erica. Everybody does hate the wet spots. That sounds like a complete "that's what she said" moment. And one of the things I'm going to try to do with this color is follow the natural socket of my eye. I have hooded eyes, and when you kind of like press in here, you can feel where the socket of the eye is to kind of apply the color. Supposedly that's how you can make sure that you're not applying the color too high or too low. I know I'm terrible. Blame my husband, because he will say that a lot. He thinks it's funny, and then I can't help but laugh because he makes me laugh. That's one of the reasons I married him, is because he makes me laugh a lot. Alright, so that's roughly where I'm going to want it, because we're going to put other colors on that to blend it out. So I have to make the other eye match. And again, I'm going back to this whole inner and outer corner thing. Although this one I went on a little bit too strong. Oh, I forgot to tap my brush. Ugh. The other reason it's really good to tap your brush is so that you get rid of fallout. You have far less fallout if you tap. So yeah, last weekend was pretty awesome. We went to the Blog Her convention in Orlando and went to a couple different panels and did a little bit of networking, which honestly, I'm terrible at networking. So I always get nervous, but I made myself talk to people. I talked to strangers. One of the sessions we went to was really kind of obnoxious because they wanted you to stand up and hug the person next to you. And I'm like, I don't like touching strangers, so I'm not gonna do that. It's not gonna happen, sorry. But I was like, why would you ask a bunch of bloggers? Because I would bet that about half of them at least are introverts like I am. Which is never a good idea in my opinion, but... Alright, so... roughly the same. Pull a little bit out here. Alright, the next color I'm going to grab to basically help with my transition is ColourPop Wait For It. It's kind of like a peachy color, like, yeah, like a light peach. And my poor brush is dirty, please don't judge. It is all my fault because I haven't cleaned them, but I like wiped them off on the little microfiber cloth. Alright, so here we go. I'm basically using this sort of peachy shade at the top of the purple to create like a transitional color, because I've read that supposedly oranges are excellent for transitions. So when I tried it before, it looked kind of cool because of how I'm going to do the lid. This is a really tiny brush from Sigma. It's the E36, and really all I'm trying to do is just create more of a gradient. And I'm doing the little thing where I blend in teeny tiny little circles with the teeny tiny little brush. I do like these ColourPop shadows, or at least I like the ones that are in this palette. other eye. I feel like super dark orange is just way too harsh on my skin tone, but it looks better on people who have more of a tan. I think orange works well for people who have tan skin, especially if they're going to do like brown or bronze or gold. But I'm playing with purple because, you know, purple's a natural color. Actually, some of my favorite flowers are orchids and they come in this color. Thank you, Mandy. I love wearing pinks or purples. All right, I'm gonna blast this over the center just a little bit. Okay. This is E35, it's a tapered blending brush. It's basically a fluffy blending brush, and I like to do little itty bitty circles as I go over these two colors where they meet, just to further make it smooth. Although I often worry about over blending it. See, I thought you did that, Erica. I thought that you would use orange. Hi, Erica. I'm glad that you're a purple lover too, Amber, because I feel like there's not enough purple in the world. Or maybe it's I feel like there's not enough good purple in the world. There are purples, but some are disappointing, others are awesome. I saw a thing on Reddit, I think it was today, it might have been yesterday, but I think it was today, where somebody like went and broke down the number of Too Faced palettes that had terrible purples in them. It was something like 66% or 69%, and I was just like, oh, that's so terrible. There shouldn't be that many bad purples in the world. Let's see. I need to do my lower lid. It's too hard. I'm going to take the same purple color along my lower lid. And I promise we're not going to stick to mattes for the entire look, but I want to get the base down with the mattes because that's what I did before, and the layering just was so cool. You're absolutely right, Erica. They should not do purple. Yay, I'm happy to hear you did a mermaid eye, Erica. Sorry, Erica with a K. That's awesome. I love mermaid eyes. What I've been doing a lot recently when it's just for bumming around the house is I'll take the Mermaid Life palette that I have from Saucebox, the one that's like ginormous, the big shell, and I'll just pick like one of the colors, like either the teal or the purple or the green, and I'll put that on my lid and lower lid, and then I'll take like a really pale, like kind of beigey color as like a soft transition. So basically I just have like a single pop of like foiled eyeshadow so that I have something fun on, but it's really quick and fast. It was good for lazy makeup days. Yay, I'm happy to hear you love lipstick. I'm a fan of traditional lipstick with pencils because I just feel like it works. I have some liquid lipsticks that I like, but I almost always, like on a daily basis, wear regular lipstick, usually the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks, because I just like how they look and how they feel. Yes, it's definitely good for an everyday mermaid type of thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do a little bit differently this time is I'm going to take this purple color from Urban Decay, which is 1985. Sorry, it's a pinky purple, but it's metallic. And I'm now going to layer it onto the inner and outer. And oh my God, the amount of fallout. Do you see that fallout on my face? It's because I'm going directly from the pan into it, but I want to intensify the color. And I feel like layering is going to help. Oh my God, I'm going to have to clean that up. It's driving me crazy. There, I remember to tap off that time. I should know better. Kaylee taps off. I apparently like really dark cool browns for on the lid. Kaylee did a look with something, I want to say it was Melt Rot. Totally blown away by how the dark brown looked on her. It was really, really sultry. Alright, that little bit of shimmer helps, but I've got to clean this fallout up before like I go crazy. Because that's what will happen. And I'm just taking Paula's Choice makeup remover to clean up with the tissue because I don't want to try to dig for one of my little cotton rounds that are, I have like a million in the bathroom and apparently I don't have any in here right now. And honestly, I'm almost out of this, so I should probably take advantage of their sale this weekend and pick up another bottle. Are you guys going to be shopping any of the 4th of July sales going on? All right. There's the pink. Okay, so for the lid shade, I'm going to use Urban Decay's Midnight Blast, which is one of the Moon Dusts. This color looks so amazing on the lid because it's like very multi-dimensional. So I need a brush I can pack it onto my lid with. And I'm going to do it wet, so I need all-nighter spray. That's Shell. Here we go. Basically, if you're ever going to use the Moon Dust eyeshadows, you should probably always use them wet or with a mixing medium. Just because they're super glittery and they look best when you use them wet. And I'm putting this onto the center of my lid because I really kind of like, I liked how it looked the other day when I did it. And I'm leaning my head back and looking down into my mirror so that I can kind of get as much as my lid as possible because I have small lids. Yay, I'm happy to hear it, Pam. I'm glad that we've helped. What did you get at the Ulta sale, Erica? I sprayed my brush with Urban Decay's All-Nighter Spray. I'll basically use Urban Decay's All-Nighter, Chill, anything I have around that's like that, just because I feel like it works and it doesn't irritate my skin. Doesn't bother my eyes. So I feel like this combo with the Midnight Blast on top of the pinky purple, it kind of ends up looking like a copper with a little bit of gold going on. So I'm probably going to add just a tiny bit more gold once I get the other eye done. That's why I wasn't too bothered about having a lot of product on the center of the lid, because I knew I was going to cover it up with glitter. The NYX Faux Blacks are really good, Erica. And I think the Essence Mascara is probably the best like $3 or $4 mascara you can find. The one that's like I Love Volume or something. Thanks, Mandy. Alright, I have to clean up more fallout again. It's just really bugging me today. I'm apparently making a complete mess on my face with fallout. There we go. I haven't tried Last Princess. Which one is that? Which packaging is it? It's not the bright pink, so is it one of the black ones? Okay. I'm going to take this color from ColourPop, which is Come and Get It. And I'm going to add just a tiny little bit, I think, to the center, just for more extra dimension. Because it's basically a duochrome shade. It'll work with these colors and give it a little bit more of like a gold with the shift. Ooh, I don't think I've seen that one with the black with the pink corset, but it sounds cute. Yeah, this color kind of helps helps the center of my eye catch the light better because of a little bit of gold in it. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. I'm going to take Vice next, this purple color. And I'm going to put this along my lower lid on top of the pink. And I'm going to have to blend that out because it's super harsh right now. I never know like what the right amount is to put color down on like the lower lid. I feel like if I don't have a little bit of color in the lower lid, then my eyes look funny. But sometimes I feel like I go too far down. When I look at like some of the big beauty gurus, they go really, really far down, and it's just like, is that your eye or is that where you're supposed to go? How do I know? I need like a cheat or a hack to tell me like, yes, this is what you need to do, or no, that's too far. You've gone too far this time. Yay, I'm glad you can see the gold. Hi, Jamie. I'm doing good. And I genuinely feel that way. Nobody died, so this has been a really good week. I'm gonna sort of blend at the bottom of both of my lids to soften the color and then figure out how much I'm going to take the color in or out, or I don't know. I'm just going to soften it because it looks really harsh. Hi, Sarah. Happy that you're watching. All right, I need to take that brush and put more purple. So when I look down, I have basically like these creases from my hooded eyes, and what I've noticed is if I put eyeshadow there, it kind of hides the crease a little bit, so I'm trying to correct the one on this side and give a little bit of color there, and I'm going to have to blend it out, but and then I need to make it match on the other side too. But if you're wondering why I'm putting my head down so much like that, it's so that I can kind of see in the mirror how far down it needs to go. And if I go too far, like I did here, I can just blend it up with a Q-tip. Q-tips are excellent for blending if you don't have any brushes and you don't want to use your fingers, because I feel like I can't really blend with my fingers, at least not with my eyeshadow. But Q-tips, yep, you can just kind of roll it or rub it or whatever. Now I need to go back with that little peachy coral shade. This side looks way too harsh. Right. I'm taking another blending brush and just gonna blend in circles. And I do it really, really softly. Kind of think like if you were doing feathers on somebody. Okay, so you're asking, how do you figure out what colors you need for foundation, concealer, powder? So I match foundation here on my neck because my neck and my chest are lighter than my face. My face looks darker and redder because I have rosacea. So if I get a color that looks like it blends in like right here with my neck and it looks good with the neck and chest, that's how I know that's the color I want to use for my foundation. Most foundations I have to add white to, but most people don't have that issue. So if you're looking at foundations, you don't know whether you're warm or cool, try to look at, people always say you should look at your veins to see if you're warm or cool, but sometimes that can be confusing because when I look at my veins, I see purple, I see blue, and in some places I see green. So there's like a lot of colors because they always tell you if you have like, you see blue veins, you're going to be cool toned, and then if you see, I think, green veins, you're going to be warm toned. Hi, Ivy. So I would say figure out whether you're warm or cool, and then if you figure out from that point whether you're light, medium, or dark, you can break it down like that. Because normally most of the foundation lines are going to have like a light section, a medium section, and a dark section, and then you can swatch like the 3 or 4 light shades or medium shades, whatever, like on your neck to figure out which one you think looks best. And I recommend doing it out in sunlight because if you do it inside in the stores, the lighting is going to be off and you will pick the wrong color every time. Always. And in Sephora specifically, I am not crazy about their color IQ because it doesn't, I don't feel like it works very well. Yes, Ivy's absolutely correct. If you see different cool and warm tones, you can be olive or neutral. I'm pretty sure I fall into the neutral category. I think Kaylee falls into the olive category. Hi, Layla. All the way from Spain. Wow. You're welcome, Jamie. Thank you so much, Ivy. Yes, Sephora's lighting is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And I'm glad that you don't like the color IQ any more than I do. Okay, I feel like we still need some sparkle on the lower lid. I'm going to throw on this color right here, which is Solstice by Urban Decay. Ulta did a good job matching you. That's awesome. I feel like whenever I've gone into Ulta, the person there has never really known what they were doing. So there was no way to get help. When I took my sister-in-law there, we couldn't actually get anybody to help us either, which was really frustrating. Oh, this color looks cool. So this is Solstice. It's like a sheer berry with a blue shift. And when you put it on top of purple, it kind of makes like this really strong blue shift. Oh my God, Ivy. Yes, yes, I can't imagine what came out of your mouth. Thank you. I'm glad you like it so far. This is inspired by the look that I did last Friday when I was hanging out with Kaylee when we were at Blog Her. I feel like that makes it look softer and better blended when I just added that color. Let's see. All right, I'm going to try to knock off any excess color from my lashes because apparently that makes them hideous if there's a little bit of shadow fallout on them. Or so says the people of Reddit. Yeah, Solstice is a great color. And it really works no matter what you want to layer it on top of, in my experience. I've layered it on top of grays, purples, pinks. All right. I love Reddit, but I'm telling you, like, There's some mean people on there. It was either last week or the week before. They were like, you need to get your teeth bleached. Your teeth aren't white enough. I'm like, my teeth are pretty white. I get them bleached once a year. Really? I don't think I need to do it more than that. Thank you, Tina. Let's see. So I'm going to put on a little bit of NYX Epic Ink Liner. And the reason I use this is because it's easier to remove than the Kat Von D liner. That's very similar. It's pretty much a dupe for the Kat Von D, but it comes off easier. It doesn't usually move for me after 8 or 10 hours, but when I try to remove the Kat Von D, it is so difficult. I almost always pull out lashes. And this stuff, basically, you don't pull out your lashes with it, so it's nice. Reddit is like an online forum that people go on to talk about makeup and like other things in the world, but I pretty much hang out on the makeup subreddits. And people there are kind of crazy. But sometimes it's entertaining and sometimes you learn cool stuff. If you're bored, you can go down that rabbit hole for like hours. Notice I get very quiet when I do the eyeliner. It's like, oh shit, I have to concentrate. Must focus. I still need to blend this corner out or something because it looks really bad on camera. I don't know what's up with this, but yeah, this liner is great. I mean, and it's only, you know, it's NYX, so it's like, it's not going to be more than 10 bucks. I want to say it's like 7, but I could be wrong on the price, so don't kill me. I feel like I need to add more, like more of the dark purple up here and like the, I guess the outer V area, because it just feels like it stops funny. So I'm going to grab some more purple and go to town. Or maybe yeah, I'll do purple. I'm just going to kind of softly shade right here. Like, Reddit has some good points, but it has a lot of like, oh my god, I can't believe somebody just said that moments. Yes, absolutely, Ivy. When in doubt, bathe in purple. And yes, it's Urban Decay, so there's purple fallout all over my face when I'm doing this, but I'll live somehow. Actually, I think it looks good, though, adding that definition. What do you think? Yes, I call it Keyboard Warriors, but it's definitely Keyboard Warriors, Erica. Yay, thank you, Ivy. Yeah, the purple up there just kind of like ties it together and makes it look more complete. I felt like it looked incomplete and like it was stilted, I guess, for the way it was looking before. This teeny tiny little brush is the Sigma E36, and I swear it's like the best brush for hooded eyes because you can just work this outer V with it. And if you aren't using colors that, you know, are going to leave a ton of fallout, it's even usually not very messy. I learned about this brush from Alex Faction. Like, he's like a male makeup artist and he does YouTube and stuff. You may have to reload, Ivy. That's what happens to me sometimes. Thanks, Pam. Thank you, Krista. Thank you, Mandy. I don't know why, but sometimes Facebook will just be like, derpy and it'll lose whatever it's doing, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, I can't see any comments. It's happened to me when I've moderated too, where it will freeze, and I'm just like, I need to reload because I need to stop people from saying bad things. Because in a perfect world, you wouldn't have to moderate, but, you know, sometimes there are not nice people in the world. All right, so my eyes are mostly done. I want to blend this a little bit more. And then I'm going to try a new technique for my foundation that I watched on YouTube earlier this week. So here's hoping it's actually a cool technique and it doesn't suck. Close up my palettes. So the only thing I don't like about the Glam Tech palettes is that I feel like I'm always going to gouge the colors in it when I pull the lid off. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel okay, Ivy. Mandy, yes, some very not nice people. There are great people on there too, but there's a lot of not nice people. And Erica, absolutely, it's important to be picky about your groups. Because nobody wants to, I don't want to deal with people who are jerks all day, every day. That is not my thing. All right, I am going to put on a little bit of primer. This is the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. If you have oily skin, I have read that this is actually a good lightweight moisturizer for you to use under your SPF. I do not have oily skin. I have dry skin, so it's a primer for me. And I do know a lot of people feel like primers aren't necessary, but it kind of helps you have like a smooth canvas to apply your foundation. It can help, if you have dry skin like I do, to basically plump up the skin, kind of to minimize pores and imperfections. So I like to apply just a little bit and then like smooth it out all over. You know, there are all different kinds of primers too. I just have been using this one a lot lately because it works really well with my Ordinary foundation. But tonight I'm going to use my new Tarte foundation. So this is the new Tarte Amazonian Clay Fair Stick Foundation in the shade Fair Neutral. And the technique that I saw suggested taking a brush like this, and rather than, you know, slathering this all over your face. I'm not completely done with my eyes yet, Shonda, but I have lash extensions, so I'm not going to put mascara on them. Oh no, I'm sorry you froze, Mandy. Glad you're back, Erica. So basically, the tutorial I saw said rather than just slathering this on your face the way you see a lot of YouTubers do, you should take a brush like this and run it across the top of the little foundation thing, and then start working that on from the center of your face. The tutorial basically said you'll use less product and it'll buff into the skin better, so that's what I'm going to try. Because I'm definitely guilty of taking sticks like this and just going, ooh, let me draw like little lines all over my face. And despite doing that, I felt like this foundation looked pretty good, so. But I haven't ever tried it with this primer before, and I don't like what I'm seeing here, because I feel like what I see here is like a bunch of wrinkles and lines in my face that I didn't know existed. Let me try and get uncomfortably close for you so you can see what I'm talking about, because, oh my god, I think it looks awful. Okay, I think it's, can you see how this basically just emphasized a whole bunch of texture right here in my face? And this side, which is naked, I think looks better with no texture going on. Well, when I used this before, I didn't use this primer, so maybe that has something to do with it, but wow, I'm thinking that this looks pretty terrible. So, I'm going to try to finish my face, and then I'm probably going to spritz it with like Milani Make It Dewy or something to try to combat that, oh my god, all my wrinkles thing. Take a wet sponge. I can totally do that. But yeah, I feel like this technique, which I learned by watching one of the Sephora videos. There's a Sephora makeup artist that does videos, and his videos are actually really good, unlike Refinery 29, where I feel like they're trolling you. And he was basically saying with stick foundation, you take it like this with a brush. Don't put it all over your face the way I was doing, because you can get a much finer layer, you don't waste product, and you still get a good amount of coverage because of how the brush works. I guess brushes are really good for doing full coverage. Yeah, that's not good when it gets cakey around dry spots, and I don't have, like, I mean, my skin is normal dry type, but I haven't been particularly bad or had any dry spots lately, partially due to the skincare I've been doing. Alright, so that's what one layer looks like. I actually think it looks pretty good, but definitely not with this primer. Oh my god. Let's see. I do have my sponge, but do you think if I just spray it with Make It Dewy, it'll kind of help? That's what I'm going to do. Spray it with a bunch of stuff and then... Yeah, Mickey, my friend, he always likes to do fingers, then brush, then sponge. I honestly wasn't sure if it was going to be a match or not, because when I first caught it, I'm like, well, most of the other stuff in Tarte doesn't match really well for me, but I bought it because I thought it would be the lightest neutral color. Yeah, Ivy, you're right. Using the sponge a little bit, I feel like it still is emphasizing texture that I don't normally see, but I feel like it's helping a lot. And normally I don't see texture here because when I'm going to see texture, I'm going to see it like through the nose and the forehead. And I don't really see any on the forehead, but maybe it's there and I'm just not noticing it. Yeah, I feel like the shade's a really good match. I've been like trying to figure out what foundations I'm going to do for my next big foundation video because I've had a lot of people request that I do that thing where I try on a bunch of foundations outside in the sun. And this is going to be one of them. AKA the, let's make my skin freak out for a week because I'm going to remove like 6 layers of skin. You have the Tarte Oil and the Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation. So to me, the Hybrid Gel Foundation feels really good, but I could never get it to really sit right on my skin. And it could have been my application method. I'm probably going to try it again. But I hated the packaging so much. I depotted that. Let me see if I can find the thing I put it in, because I hated that foundation's packaging and thought it was the worst thing ever, because basically it comes in this jar and you think, oh, it's a cute jar, until you realize it's foundation, and then when you try to get it open, it like splodges everywhere. So somewhere in here I have like a little, it basically looks like this. I can't find it at the moment, but I have a little airless pump that I put it into because I'm just like, I am not going to deal with that packaging. It's too awful. Yeah, I don't know what I did before makeup sponges. Probably looked terrible. Let's see. I am going to take my Milani Prep Set Glow Powder and kind of pat that on under my eyes. Where's my brush? I have like this precision brush thing. Oh, it's probably in my pile of brushes that need to be cleaned. Yes, yes it is. Well, actually it's clean, so that's not so bad. This is a Sigma P89, which has like this really cool flat edge, and it makes it really easy to get under the eyes to kind of set under there. Yeah, you're right, Ivy. A lot of the stick foundations cause caking. The one from Anastasia Beverly Hills does for sure. Like, the color is nice, but I feel like all it does is emphasize cakiness. I know Mickey put it on me and it looked good, but you know, I do not have his skills. He's able to somehow basically warm it up on the back of his hand and get it to spread like butter. You want to try the Besame stick? I don't think I've seen that one. I've seen the Hourglass one. The Hourglass one looks really nice. By the way, I absolutely feel like these two products are the best things that come out of the drugstore in forever, and nobody's talking about them. I think they're awesome. They were in my monthly favorites because they're so good. I don't think I've seen the Besame Stick Foundation. I'm going to have to go look. You use the Tarte Primer? Oh, I'm sorry that it's horrible. Huh. I'm really curious about that, Ivy. I'm going to have to go look. What happened with the Makeup Forever one? Let's see. Alright, so these are both Tarte blushes. This is supposed to be nude pink, and this is pink nude. I'll have to go look. I must have missed it. I'll be honest, a lot of times when it's Makeup Forever, even though I used to love the brand because I'm not cruelty free, I don't always follow them too closely anymore. Alright, I'm taking Exposed, which is the nude pink, and I'm going to kind of put it back here on my cheeks, kind of further back for the blush, and then I'm going to go in with the other shade. Oh my god, it cakes that bad? Did you return it? I would have returned it if it's that terrible. Actually, no, let's be real. I hardly ever return things. I have to really, really hate something to return it. Usually because I'm too lazy to return it. Yeah, I don't like how this is sitting on the center of my face at all. Yeah, I wish that Makeup Forever was cruelty free. They were until 2012. The aqua paints were great. I really liked their liquid liners, and their pencils were nice. And yes, I'm absolutely sad about NARS, Lisa. Completely disappointed with them. This is the lighter pink, Celebrated. I guess technically I'm draping with two colors. Alright, I'm going to take that sponge and kind of go back over. And then I'm going back with the brush that had a foundation on it, just to sort of softly blend. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Erica. I'm so upset with NARS from what they're doing, especially because they're trying to say, we're going to enact change from within. They're not enacting change from within. MAC didn't. MAC said the exact same thing. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, NARS is overpriced. They do have really nice blushes. Like, when I think about the products that I loved from NARS, I loved their blushes, I loved their eye paints, and I loved their dual intensity eyeshadows. All of those products I have substitutes for, so I personally don't have a problem. I know a lot of people are upset about the foundation issue with them because they were a great foundation option, and I totally agree with that. But I gotta say, The Ordinary is killing it with their foundations, and Cover FX is another great foundation brand. Mandy, the reason NARS isn't staying cruelty-free is because they want to sell in China, and they basically were claiming that they were going to change the Chinese market from within, which is pretty much what MAC said, and nothing happened. Yeah, the gel liners are like, they were like eye paint, so they were like, you could use them as eyeshadow or as liner, but believe it or not, I've actually been using the Sigma liners lately. I have Standout Peacock, Royally Striking, which is a purple, and then I have a black and a brown. I think the brown is something like Ladylike, Stunningly Ladylike, and then the black is Wicked. They're really good liners. I was shocked. I bought them from Sigma expecting them to suck, and I was like, I actually like these. Yeah, so Ivy, you haven't tried the Ordinary yet? You should get on their wait list to see if you like their foundation. Just because I'm telling you, this stuff looks so good on me. It lasted through 14 and a half hours in the heat, in humidity of Orlando when I was out with Kaylee and my friend Jessie. So I put on this primer, put on this foundation, I set it with the Milani Prep Set Go Illuminating Primer, and then I set it with the Make It Dewy Setting Spray. 14 and a half hours, minimal wear. It did not wear off the center of my face at all, which every other foundation in the world that I own will wear off the center of my face. It just had a little bit of wear. It didn't look bad at all. It survived on my skin in Florida, so I was just like, hallelujah, this is awesome. And I couldn't believe it's only $7. Like, how are you going to make a $7 foundation that's better than like a $40 foundation? Because I have like, you know, I've got probably close to 100 foundations. And it's the $7 one that's better than anything else I own. And it does not emphasize lines or dryness or like pores or anything like that. I feel like my skin looks pretty much perfect when I have that combination of 4 products on. And, you know, that's basically 4 drugstore priced products. So when that foundation is beating, you know, my really expensive stuff like from Hourglass, I'm impressed. Sorry, I guess I just went off on like a complete sort of fangirl moment over these products and then Milani products, but they're so good. Yeah, so this is $6.90 and this is like $7.90. So together you're gonna spend like, you know, 14, 15 bucks for both of these products. I don't remember how much the powder is or the Make It Dewy spray. I bought them from the Milani website because I couldn't find them anywhere else. They're not in stores near me at all. Like I went into CVS this week, they don't even have a space for these on their shelf. So you want to be excited for the foundation because you're hoping it's you want to be excited for a great new foundation. Well, I'm telling you, the serum foundation, at least for me, for my dry skin, this is a godsend. It's better than anything. And the color match isn't terrible. I have to add a little bit of white to it, but, you know, I have to add white to almost everything. The Milani, see, I don't have them at Walgreens by me. I went to my Walgreens, because I was at Walgreens the other day. We have e.l.f. at my Walgreens. But we don't have that. And we have Circa. I think that's one of the brands. I'm just using this to kind of buff out my blush because I feel like it doesn't look blended. I need some highlight. I'm going to put on Make It Peak Celestial because it's the best highlighter ever. Yeah, my CVS. So I only go to CVS because that's where I get my prescriptions filled. And I actually did a whole bunch of like Instagram stories of everything I saw in CVS, but they didn't have the Milani products. There was no room for them on, like, they have like a Milani end cap. Nothing there. And I'm apparently like really going all crazy with the highlighter, like that tutorial we saw from Refinery 29. Yeah, the CVS by me has Milani, but it doesn't have the Milani Prep Set Glow Powder, and it doesn't have the Make It Dewy Setting Spray, which these are relatively new items, but I mean, they've been out for months at this point, and there's no store near me that I have been able to find that carries them, so I had to buy them online. I bought the Ordinary foundation from the Ordinary website, and the same with the primer. I bought a whole ton of Ordinary skincare from Beautylish. And I do like the skincare products. I'm going to put a little bit more foundation to kind of try to clean up where I made a mess with that highlight, because that's kind of embarrassing. So I'm just going to take the little brush. And that's still packing on way too much. I look like I have a foundation stripe on my face. Oh, that's a little better. Yeah, there's a wait list, but it's by color. So if you know what color you want, you sign up for that specific color. And some of them are back in stock and some of them aren't. I was able to get, I signed up for the Coverage Foundation to buy 1S in Coverage to try that one out. And I was able to order that like last week. Can't remember exactly when it was. So theoretically, that's going to come to me sometime soon, sometime in the near future. Okay, I need to highlight my eyes, and I'm going to highlight with Makeup Geek because I love this highlighter. And this is pretty much my favorite way to highlight every single time that I highlight. I'll use whatever highlighter I use on my cheek, around my eyes, and this is the brush that I use to highlight. So I use the pointy end first under the arch of my brow. So if you're pale, I wear the shade 1NS and I have to add white to it. So I don't know how pale you are, if it's going to be too light or too dark, but I have to add white to everything except for Kat Von D Light 41 and Eden Minerals Urine Foundation. There are two foundations I don't have to add white to. You have a dry patch on the inner part of your lid. I would probably try to tap some like beauty oil, like rosehip oil or something, like rosehip or argan oil, like carefully onto your onto that part of your eye to see if it helps, because you can't really exfoliate your eye. You might be able to gently use a washcloth to rub your eye, but I wouldn't do it hard or with any force because your eyes are really delicate. All right, so once I have the highlight under here, I go for the inner corner and I use the big fat end of the brush. I like that, but now I feel like I need a little bit of like pink on my cheeks or something, or more brown. I feel like my cheeks look a little bit too peachy or something. All right, I'm gonna sit with it a second. You're welcome, Lisa. Mandy, do you have any foundation matches? Maybe I can help you pick a shade. And I'm just blending again in the crease because I feel like maybe it's not blended enough and I'm feeling paranoid. Blend, blend, and blend some more. Oh, I need lip color. So, I don't remember what I was wearing for lipstick, but I want to say it was something bright. I don't know that I should wear. So, what I can put on is Urban Decay Crank, which I kind of feel like would be a fun bright lipstick with this. Or I can put on a softer lipstick, because somewhere, oh, here it is. I have this Tarte lipstick, which is called Cabana Boy, which kind of cracks me up, and it's more of like a nude. Which one do you want me to put on? Super bright or nude? Someone let me know. Or maybe the chat is frozen, I'm not sure. If you can hear me, let me know. All right, Krista picked pink. Pink it is. Grabbing a pencil. All right, this is Kat Von D's LUV pencil, which is a bright pinky purple, which is going to be perfect with Crank. So I know the point of using a lip pencil before you use lipstick is, one, to help your lipstick stay in place longer, two, to correct any like asymmetry in your lips, but I gotta tell you, I have trouble because I feel like I can't see where the asymmetry is. So I just kind of follow my lip line and then I'm like, well, my lips look off. What the hell? I lined and filled in my lips. You're using It CC Cream, Skin But Better and Light. Okay, then you probably would be around the second or third shade in the Ordinary foundation, because that foundation is too dark for me. All right, this is Crank. Hey, Brooke. I'm so into this color, by the way. If I had to pick just one color to wear for the rest of my life, it would be this color, because you can change it whether it's more pink or more purple depending on what pencil you use beneath it. You can just take your finger and kind of tap it on your lip for like a sort of just bitten kind of sheer berry type color. It's a really awesome color. No problem, Mandy. I understand it sucks when you can only buy online and you only have to go off of online swatches and you're like, well, I have no idea how to tell where I am in this spectrum. Yay, thank you guys. I'm glad you like the finished look. Let me put my hair down so I'm not just... I had it pulled back today because I was doing stuff. I had to go to the store, had to go to Lowe's, had to do all the things. My water cooler broke, so I had to go buy a new water cooler, which was sad and annoying. But it could have been worse because the one I had at least lasted for 10 years. Definitely washing my hair tomorrow. Ugh. Alright. Do you want me to put on a wig? I can hide my hair with a wig. I love the lipstick. I love the bright eyes. I'm really, really glad I tried to recreate this look because this made me happy when I did it because I was just like, oh, look, all the colors, like the copper and the orange and the pink and purple. It just felt really fun and different because I don't normally wear like orange or copper. Yay, I'm happy you have your license. That's got to be a good feeling. Oh, it's okay, Carrie. I'm going to put it up so you can see it later. I'll put it back up for play so you can watch it later when you want. Thank you, Erica. I will grab a wig, Mandy, 1 second. I have the wig that Ivy made me buy. Let me grab it. Actually, let me put this back in a braid really fast. I have found that if I want to stick a wig on, it's just easier to braid my hair back and keep it out of the way. If I wasn't lazy, I would French braid it, but this is the quicker way to do it. Just put it back like this. Because it keeps the majority of the hair out of the way for whatever you're putting on. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Dayanara. Such a cool name. So I have this wig that Ivy is like, Ivy reviewed on her YouTube, and I was like, I have to have it because it's just so gorgeous. It's got this oil slick effect in the hair, and it's so beautiful. It's also one of those lace front wigs, so it's really comfortable to put on. I feel like it has that, is it Farrah Fawcett? Farrah Jane Fonda, I don't know, like it has like big 70s hair vibes. Like I don't know how to style it, but it's really gorgeous. I'm not crazy about the blonde, but I'll live. This part down here though, oh, I love it so much. Yeah, I have no idea how to style this, but all the color makes me happy. And my hair looks good like this, hidden under the wig. Thank you. Yeah, Farrah Fawcett. Okay, I knew it. I thought I got the name right. And this is the, hold on, it has a name on it somewhere. The tropical wig. It's a lace front wig and it's a tropical wig. Take some powder foundation and put it on the part with an angled brush. Okay. Why are we doing this? Oh, I see. Okay. Is it Tropical Kayla? Yes. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm in love with like the oil slick effect down here at the bottom. Yes, you would look good in the peacock version. Smaller brush? I have one somewhere. This small enough? I basically did it with the other brush and then blended it with my finger. Better, worse? Actually, right here, I still need to like trim the lace because I just realized you could see it. That's cool. Thank you for the tip. Yeah, I love the color. I'm so glad you reviewed it because it's an awesome wig. I don't know where I should wear it or anything like that, but it works with the makeup. I'm going to have to snap some photos with it on. I basically have this lace front wig, and then I have my purple and black one that I love that I wear a lot, which is also over here. I almost feel like I need to like pull it back in a ponytail or do something with the top to put it up. Because it's so much hair. So much hair. I'm the person that when I buy wigs, except in like 2 instances, I typically buy wigs that come to like right here. Thank you guys. I'm really glad you like the look. I'm gonna snap some photos of this and I will have those up later on Instagram for you to check out. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight and chatting. I really loved it. Bye guys.